So I don't know what day it is. It's
Today's
Saturday, 8th
Saturday,
maybe.
8th, I think.
All right, so we're starting off same Beaverbrook campsite parking lot as we started off yesterday, except for this time we're going to go ahead and go northbound. We're going up into the Kinsmans, and we're going to go about 8 miles to Eliza Brook.
Yeah.
Maybe push on if we decide to, but most likely that's where we'll stop. And then that sets us up to hike out tomorrow because we like hiking out, but also to avoid weather. It still looks like in a couple days it's going to have an inch and a half or so of rain, and we just don't like that.
Yeah, and we've got a resupply box to do the next portion at a hostel. We happen to just pass it, but there's another route to get to that hostel, and we're hoping that they have availability by the time we hike out on Sunday.
Yep.
So
if not, we'll pick up our box and go to a hotel.
Yeah. So we'll just wing it.
Yeah. So at least it takes us back past the weekend rates as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But today we're feeling okay, pretty good after Moose Lock yesterday.
A little tired.
Let's see. Today it's cloudy, but they're talking about, who knows?
Yeah, and only like 2,000, was it 2,500 feet of elevation change overall?
I think today.
I think the up is only like 18, but between all the ups and downs, you get more.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's more of a easier day, but yesterday was certainly gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
It was the best day ever.
Yeah, that was a fun hike.
That was really fun. So,
all right,
let's get to hiking. All right, we just crossed the road and we're going up. They're getting us up right away, real fast. And all I see is the rocks continuing up that way. All right, let's do this. Yep, still going up. Now he's going up into the fog.
Well, I hear the sticks, but I've been waiting. I guess I'm outrunning Jane. Yeah, it's been a bit of an up. Kind of funny, I guess. The incline that you see on our Far Out app kind of sets my expectations. I forgot last night. I set the slope. You can change it so that the slope looks more or less severe. It's just how it's displayed. The slope is the slope, obviously, but I had to throttle it back in order to fit all of Moose Lock on. I couldn't do the moving map because the software was giving me grief. And I forgot I had left it with the elevation kind of flattened. So it looked like a nice flat hike today. Nope, full packs, and it's definitely not flat. I mean, it's an 1,800 or so foot elevation but it sure looked a lot nicer. Sets your expectations, but expectations are not being met. It's not flat, and it rained last night, so this is all wet and slimy and back to that stuff. I have a sneaking suspicion we're missing out on a good view right here because of all the clouds. C'est la vie.
Oh, it's quite pretty with the sun coming through the trees. We're still climbing. This is really cool. Just seeing the spring coming straight out from under this tree. And the water is so clear and cold. I'm thinking with all the rain they had up here last night, water's not going to be a problem. It looks like they've got some of these bog boards. Thank goodness, because some of the stuff is really swampy. I thought Vermont was really mucky, but New Hampshire, it's up there.
Beautiful spider webs. You can see there's more going back there. Absolutely beautiful, especially with the sun shining on them. Gives a nice glow. I guess the camera doesn't really show it. Well, still going up to Eliza Brook. Still uphill. We're in kind of the flatter Humpty Bump section, but every time it gets flatter, it gets muddy and mucky. So there's always something, whether you get steep inclines, declines, or mud. There she is. Perched on a slimy rock to get this, but I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. Look at this root coming down. Such a pretty color. It's a different color, I guess, in person than on camera. Really, really pretty. Amazing what these trees can do. This stuff kind of sucks the fun out of a hike, I tell you. I have to go up. I don't want to. Oh, you're filming.
Oh, you better go up. People are gonna hear you whining.
Yep, I already got the passage. Yep, I should have kept going before you had the camera out. Flies driving me to distraction. Big step up. Ride the slippery seam. And your reward is another one. Just like it. Nice job. I don't know if this frog's gonna show up. Long, slender water frog. Right there. Only saw him because he hopped. Like so much of the videos, you know, I look at it and it just doesn't look like it's steep at all. But it's pretty steep. And it's got a lot of really slick rocks. So I thought, well, I'd turn around and film Jane. She's coming up it. It's got a few challenging sections, but it just doesn't look all that challenging when you're looking down onto it. Oh well. Plus, you know, she makes it look easy anyway. Yeah, it's uphill. Thing I keep telling myself is we're not even into the hard parts of these mountains from what I understand. But that little slide goes up and then more. We'll get it done. Let me get this shot. More climbs. They don't give you any white blazes on this. I'm hoping I'm on trail, but it's worn down. It looks like junk. If it's muddy or looks like junk, it's got to be the AT, right?
We just passed a trail for an outlook. We're on Wolf Mountain, and we read about it, and it said that it had a little view through the trees, but nothing like when we were on top of Moosilauke yesterday. So I'm proceeding down while he's going to go over there and take a look and see what's at the outlook. It hasn't been that bad. A lot of up and downs, but the rock faces, I'm not sure if you can even see this, at how far down it is. But it's just been a little challenging coming up some of those because they're slick and muddy, and I've already fallen into a bog when a piece of wood flipped out from under my foot, and so I went down and now I smell like a bog. But hopefully we'll have a nice creek running by our tent site this afternoon and I can wash off and wash some clothes. But other than that, I guess it's beautiful. I mean, we don't get to see anything because of these trees, and we're looking down because there's so much mud on the trail up here. But they did have a lot of rain last night.
Well, I took a pretty steeply up, supposed to be about 100 foot. Maybe it is. Blue Blaze Side Trail to a view on this ledge. Well, maybe once there was a view. It's supposed to have a nice view of the Franconia Ridge. Maybe that's it in front. Not much of a view even without the camera. Kind of a bummer. Well, go catch up with Jane.
You did it.
One of my hands.
Yeah.
This is the least favorite of.
Yeah, this is a little rough. It's getting a little ridiculous with all this mud. And then the mud grabs your poles and just, you can't move. So Paul got a little splash.
My pole's even bit now.
Oh no. All right.
What is this? This is not a blaze.